last week.
Not happy, really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
And hoping to get rid of that interception bug. First carry for Leonard Fournette. Finds an opening past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
To the left side here for Eifert. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
This one away. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Joe Schobert on
the numbers for Bell on the ground in the game last week. 16 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football. Give it to him early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Darnold on 3rd down. Throw complete to Herndon. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
A gain of 4 yards.
Darnold to his tight end Herndon. 1st down, New York. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bell. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
On the carry.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder.
Darnold's pass.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 2, Darnold. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A gain of 11.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Bell. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
4-yard line.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? He's a little bump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Here's Bell. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Darnold. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week. 18 carries, 76 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play, and I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams, because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
12 more yards.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another 1st down run right there.
Operating from the gun. Keys. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
7 brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter.
These two teams all tied after 1.
7.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Off the option, that's complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. LaVisca Chenault hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jackson.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. This is Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they have the football. It will set up shop at the 33-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked.
That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this all the way inside the Jets' 20 into the red zone. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Throwing on 1st down. Keys. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Number 20.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
17-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Darnold. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Quincy Anoon with the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
4 yards.
And it's caught by Herndon. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
First down, New York.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
From the 50, it's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
D.D. Westbrook is intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Davis there on the coverage.
To throw again. Keys. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Keys. Connection made with Chenault. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He'll fire one deep for Westbrook. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 40-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
Back to throw. Keys. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 16, Darnold hits Herndon over the middle. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards there, first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Darnold completes it, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throw left side complete. It's Bell.
Darnold's pass.
5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Again, Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing again is Darnold. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
For the Jets.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own
Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. On first down, Keys. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Keys. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Lambeau will put this one through. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, where it was the visiting Dolphins who come away victorious on the road. 28-21, the final score. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Chris Carson, 4 touchdown runs. And lastly, we'll wrap up the week with Monday Night Football. Definitely one to tune in for, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers and the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Josh Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Fielded in the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. New York ready to go again offensively. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Timmy Jernigan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. On 1st and 10, Keys. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
43-yard line.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. They'll run it again with Fournette. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He can run for it, and he will. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Leonard Fournette. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Again, the ball carrier.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Leonard Fournette.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. Keys. The open man is Westbrook. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. That's good. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
1st and 10.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
He's taken down at
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a jet shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Lambeau to add on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette.
Josh Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll give this to Bell. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
The ball carried by the wide receiver. Josh Allen on the tackle. A gain on the play. 1st down, Jets.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Ball carrier.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And there is a flag, so a big 2nd down pickup, but will it hold? So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. A screen to Bell. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Donald's pass.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They'll run it with Bell, and nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Le'Veon Bell stopped short of the line to gain. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on fourth down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Fournette running out of the gun. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
There certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that #1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs?
On first down, it's Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Darnold from the gun. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Darnold to throw again. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And it's 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Letting one go deep for a noon one. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run with Fournette. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Number 27.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
And I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And the pass complete to Anunwa. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. On first down, Darnold. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Complete to Zay Jones.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 21-yard line.
To the air again, Darnold. Hooking up over the middle with Herndon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
9 yards.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
47 Mike.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. This will be called just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 7-yard line.
Now it's Darnold. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Touchdown.
And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. The point after try for Gostkowski. And the lead is down to 24. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 90.
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for DJ Chark.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
There on the coverage.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Touchdown!
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Josh Lambo, the kickoff for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The offense, along with tight end Chris Herndon, heading back out there. And this is how the game has trended for him numbers-wise. He's really picked it up. And I got to be honest, I don't know schematically. This is where I need you. What does the defense need to do to get back to that start that they had on him?
You've got to harass him early in his route. Right off the line of scrimmage, someone needs to be there. So it's not what we call a free release where he just gets into the route so easily. Because once he builds up momentum and speed, forget it, you're done. Knock him off of that, chip away at his timing, and then make sure you have a second person there in the vicinity as well. Too big and too strong usually for one person to handle.
Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. A gain of 6 there on first. The 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
The 45-yard line.
Crowder's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. He'll get this underneath to Bell. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
A gain of 8 yards.
One last throw now for Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Tonight,
a big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep running.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jaguars, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami.